rivalry dating back to 1906. Renewed today in Manhattan. Welcome to Bramlage Coliseum. It's K-State, it's Nebraska. Both teams at 8-2. This place is packed this afternoon. Ben Boyle, Stan Weber with you. K-State has won 5 in a row and getting great play from Arthur Kaluma. Set for action. Hope you enjoy it. K-State with the tip and into the hands of the talented senior transfer point guard Tyler Perry. One of 3 Wildcats, averaging right at 16 points a game for Jerome Tang.
3 in double figures average for K-State. Nebraska has 4 different players that average double.
Sean, Arthur Kaluma, and Will McNair.
McNair coming off his best scoring performance at LSU with 13 points, picking up his play.
Carter, 3 off the front rim and rebounded by Lawrence. As you look at the Huskers starting 5. Transition 3, Bryce Williams is short and tipped out of bounds to K-State.
For Fred Hoiberg, you talk about him being the mayor. That's usually because of his days at Iowa State, but his whole family grew up around Nebraska. His parents went to school there, so feels very home at Lincoln. This basketball team's the best he's had in his 5 years.
Kaluma, nowhere to go with it. Skip pass, and now an open 3 for Perry.
Looked like second half Marcus Perry that can open things up. We've seen him try to get the ball to Jawan Gary early. K-State's going to have to guard that.
Turnover here. Into the hands of Perry. Bounced ahead to McNair. In between 2 Huskers, leaves it short and rebounded by Mask.
At Minnesota, they had that 15-point lead, did the Huskers, but they had 18 turnovers, and you're seeing them with early turnovers here helping the Wildcats.
Mask and shoot it.
Does so many things well, 3 double-doubles, 4 times he's had 10 or more rebounds, and he's the guy they want to get the ball to and let him distribute like a quarterback.
Gary with the poke away and the steal for Big Red. Mask will try another one. Bang! Rink Mask with back-to-back 3s, and the Huskers lead it.
K-State wanting to push him away from that elbow area free throw line, but he's able to step back so far to hit a couple of 3s.
Gasson to the baby hook. Now him and Mask played together this summer on the Netherlands national team.
See, Nebraska's trying to get the ball there. K-State's trying to push them out away.
Harry, 3 straight 3s for the Husker rebound.
It looks like Jawan Gary may be injured. He's coming off injury. And he is down at the other end. They did not stop the game.
Gasson took it right at Mask, and they did not stop the game.
Has picked up. They really finished off last season being a hot basketball team. People may not have noticed that, but they took it over and started this year 7-0.
Mask with 3 triples early, putting on a show for the Huskers.
He's made only 9 3-pointers. He can make 3-pointers, but to make 3 this early is pretty amazing.
Kaluma trying to get going, and he picks up a foul.
Arthur Kaluma's just been great. You think about
quick foul, so he'll go out. Sophie with some thought.
An all-conference teammate.
It's 1 of 2. K-State with the 2 freshman guards. Ames and Jones both in there. Ames on the pull-up.
K-State needs offense. His aggressiveness really.
Perry, 2 for 2. And Wiltshire in for the first time. Hoiberg. Perry outfights Alec for the rebound.
Well, that's the best vertical I think I've seen all year long for Tyler Perry.
Ames in the lead for K-State.
Nebraska was never set on defense that time. They were out of rotation, and K-State kept moving the ball enough. And there again, the aggressiveness of Day-Day Ames.
Mismatch. And Rink Mask is Kaluma through the net over to Jones. Beautiful crossover for Bryce Williams. Veteran move there.
Second team all-conference last year in Conference USA, spent his career at Charlotte. His dad was a superstar player, the all-time leading scorer at Charlotte.
Yeah, over 2,300 career points for his father, Henry.
K-State did not stop him on that possession.
Luma gets to the paint. What this potential program could become this year, and what a big.
So a mixture of guys who know about Nebraska basketball the last couple of years with some new players as well.
Carter back to Perry, steps into another three, and he hits.
And now they're up by 3, 21-18. Good run for K-State at this point.
Gary over the top of Kaluma. Lawrence floats in.
Just a joy for the fans to be able to see those games.
Pass to Gary. And Nebraska rebounds.
Now in Fieldhouse, but a day against Nebraska, K-State made 11 field goals. I don't think we have to worry about that today.
Carter in transition takes the bump and is fouled. Carter will head to the free throw line. Just two.
The players stepping up, and Carter has not lost his aggressive early for the Huskers, hitting 3 3-pointers.
What an effort. Hassan going to take the three. No.
He slid across the scorer's table for a little while.
Tominaga transition three.
There he is. He loves being on the road and making plays. Preseason second team all Big Ten.
Hassan blocked by Gary. Rich, the second time was good.
Starting until the last game against Michigan State, but just having his minutes, his leadership, his strength, he can do so many things well.
Perry had to take the deep three. Jammed in by Buddy.
How about Cam Jack, who played college basketball as well. Spent time at Michigan State and UT Arlington.
Bounce to David Gasson. So good on the cuts. Perry will do the honors. Into Carter. Carter for three. Yeah. Good short. Quickly up the floor. Wiltshire into a three. No. Boy, Gary's just a monster on the offensive glass. Williams. Bang. Bryce Williams, a much-needed three for the Huskers.
He's their best three-point shooter by percentage, hitting 42%. He lined one up there. And Nebraska, basically in his first half, started to rely on the three-point shooting.
Williams, or Buddy Rich after the pass on the baseline from Tyler Perry.
A lot of concentration to the way. Nebraska not close as K-State's fouled only.
Two decent looks, but pretty good defense by K-State as well.
Last 2 times down the court, it looked like he went inside to say, hey, I'm going to get a foul call. Good defense by K-State to not.
Boy, more and more every time out, he just better on-ball defenders in the country.
Well, he went back home to Louisiana, played at LSU, and put on a show in the first half with 19 points. They finally put enough guys around him to not let him score and make other people like Kaluma score. But he ends up with 21 points on a homecoming trip against LSU and 8 rebounds.
Tominaga, quick release three. Oh, wow. K-State will hold it for as long as they can, but may still be an opportunity here for the Huskers to get the last heave of the half.
Yeah, this is truly where K-State's strategy is to take a last-second shot so that hopefully the ball's bouncing around on this end of the court and Nebraska doesn't get to go the other way.
Carter blocked from behind.
K-State will.
Nope, they'll go for a deep three from Perry. Gasson with the rebound, but knocked away. And that will send us to the locker room. A first.
Even harder to come to that conclusion in non-conference when you see Fred Hoiberg sitting over there, the superstar from Iowa State. This is his 16th game coaching against K-State because Iowa State and Nebraska combined.
There's an offensive stick back. Kaluma's double team. Perry's going to have to make something happen. Launches for three. And Lawrence comes out of the pack with it. Huskers looking for the lead, and they will get it on the alley-oop.
Something we have not seen a lot of is Nebraska out on the run. Bryce Williams runs it to perfection, getting to the middle of court, getting to the free throw line, and seeing the alley-oop was wide open.
Carter splits two defenders. Sweet move from Cam Carter. He's in double figures.
He has been so comfortable driving and finishing in traffic. Nice move there through the Nebraska defense.
Mass left all alone. Misses it. And there's Gary again. Gary missed two follows, and now Ames quickly off the bench for Jerome Tang here to begin the half. Kaluma's got a baseline drive into the jail.
On defense, K-State Tommy Naga had his arms up as the dunk went down the baseline because he's saying we try to force people to the baseline, but the double team wasn't there.
Another putback. Nebraska.
K-State not blocking off, starting to head the other direction. Give up the rebound on a long rebound.
Hoiberg left alone. Bang. He buries a three. Yeah, where's number 11? Driving angle. No for Gary. Carter. And chipped it by Buddy Rich. That's Kaluma. Saved by Rich, but into the hands of the Huskers.
Eli Rice there to get that basketball.
Rice is a shooter. Here he is open for three and buries it.
That's all he does is shoot threes and knocks it down with a beautiful left-handed shot.
9 triples on the road today for Nebraska. Gasson draws a foul as he flashes open in the middle of the paint. David Gasson, let's see what he does today.
Possessions with David Gasson at the free throw line.
Really.
No three-point makes. Nebraska still not shooting a free throw, but a baseline inbounds play that Josiah. Get the ball in this area, they want to turn you toward the baseline and trap you before you can get to the basket.
Kaluma with the long stride is fouled again.
They're 10-30.
Rebounds. Saved in by Nebraska, but the crowd didn't like that non-foul. Tominaga is back in. Inside, Allen. And a foul on K-State.
Gasson. A couple times, Hoiberg coming back, getting a low bouncing ball in the lane. Here's the cutting Nebraska wants to get off the high post.
Pass to put it on the deck. Good hesitation and scores over the top. Halfway down and rims out. Just 7 points in the half for K-State.
Isolation by Nebraska for the big guy.
Mast into the hands of Mast. He has been a handful. Williams got the deflection and scores it.
In the last couple minutes and hasn't had success. So rely on your best scorer, Cam Carter. Hope that Perry hits some three-pointers and maybe he can get this crowd to win and make a rush. But right now, the guy's living.
In Nebraska, sitting with a 15-point lead.
Fred Hoiberg slows the team down, willing to use some time. That's where they want the basketball right there.
Tominaga. Dagger three from Tominaga. Than that.
And remember, if you just are joining us, K-State led at the half 34-31. It was a back and forth first half.
Carter, an easy one finally for K-State.
In the first half, Nebraska had a little stretch where they struggled with turnovers.
Hoiberg gets downhill. The pitch out to Williams. Yes.
Well, Nebraska's played some good defense, but K-State has had open looks that they've missed, especially here in the second half. And that was another one. And that's a complimentary type of play I think the Huskers bring to the table. Times to Michigan State. I think what Michigan State did against Baylor give them their first loss yesterday.
Yeah, well, it's a long season with its ebbs and flows. You just look at this Nebraska team, and they got destroyed at home.
You talk about a crazy trend as the free throw goes in. At the half, 34-31, the same scout. And we got a chance to talk to him about the finish of the season and the momentum that February gave and into March this basketball team. And 51 in the middle of the floor is something the Big Ten teams have been dealing to others. High lows, another rink mask. Tominaga, Bryce Williams, Wilcher, and Alec. That's a lot of guys I named right there, and that doesn't include the point guard who plays all the time. They just got to avoid that turnover stretch that they had run into a few times.
Kaluma fouled. 17. 1 of 8.
By someone here, followed up by the fans. You don't see a big bunch, but when they are cheering at the end with the quiet K-State fans, it's a loud roar. K-State's going to win this 3-game set that they've had the last 3 years. A nice opportunity to see these two teams play. Fred Hoiberg against K-State will go to 8-8 all time against K-State, but his first win as a Nebraska Cornhusker head coach.
Huskers win it here today, 62-46, as K-State drops only its second home game under Jerome Tang. Texas was able to get the win here last year. Nebraska on the road today with a runaway victory in the second half as they dominate the final 20 minutes and win it here 62-46 as Rink Mass put on a clinic. 19 points and 12 rebounds for him. And the Huskers improved to 9-2. K-State drops to 8-3 on the season.